welcome again to the Friday Fix. Guess what? My husband Julian has chosen the virtue for this week, and it is enthusiasm. I really hope you enjoy this. It's a little bit longer than the other videos, but I think it's worth it. Enthusiasm is defined in the dictionary as intense and eager enjoyment, interest, or approval. To get an idea what enthusiasm means in real life, here are some synonyms: eagerness, keenness, ardor, fervor, passion, zeal, zest, gusto, energy, verve, vigor, vehemence, fire, spirit, avidity, and I'm going to add to that vitality. And the opposite of enthusiasm, antonyms for it, are apathy and half-heartedness. So I started to think about what enthusiasm means to me. It's not just being happy or being a bubbly person in your character. The virtuesproject.com website says enthusiasm is doing something wholeheartedly and eagerly. Doing something wholeheartedly and eagerly. It's a kind of confidence in what you are doing. And I want to share a few quotes. One is from the New Testament Bible, and another is from the Baha'i writings, and yet another is from Chuang-Tzu. So here they are. Nothing whatsoever can, in this day, inflict a greater harm upon this cause than dissension and strife, contention, estrangement, and apathy among the loved ones of God. It's real easy to see how dissension and strife, that is quarreling and not agreeing on things, can cause problems in a community. But apathy is added to this list. In other words, the opposite of apathy or enthusiasm is what we want to cultivate if we want to be strong as a community. But how do we get the confidence and the enthusiasm in the first place to be able to do things with this spirit of fire and vitality? I want to share with you from Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1, and I'm using the New Living Translation. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up. And let us run with endurance the race God has set before us. The believers are being called to run with endurance and enthusiasm this race that God has set before them. The tasks that you need to do every day that you may not have the willpower to complete because they're difficult. The whole chapter 11, just before this quotation from Hebrews, is dedicated to examples of faith. And it goes right through from Abel, through Enoch, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, who was able to have a child though she was barren and too old. All of these people, according to chapter 11 of Hebrews, agreed that they were foreigners and nomads here on earth. They understood, in other words, that this human life that they were living was not the end of their existence as children of God. And this is by faith that they had the confidence like Joseph had when he was about to die, and he said confidently that the people of Israel would leave Egypt. This is the faith that Moses' parents had when they hid him for 3 months when he was born. And the faith that Moses himself had when he grew up and refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. Chapter 11 goes on to say it was by faith that the people of Israel went right through the Red Sea. And now from the writings of Chuang-Tzu, to have been cast in this human form is to us already a source of joy. How much greater joy beyond our conception to know that that which is now in human form may undergo countless transitions with only the infinite to look forward to. The enthusiasm for Chuang-Tzu comes from this knowledge that our human form may undergo countless transitions, may move into other worlds of God beyond the world that we have now on earth. The last religious quotation I want to share is from the Baha'i writings. Ye are even as the bird which soareth with the full force of its mighty wings and with complete and joyous confidence through the immensity of the heavens, until, impelled to satisfy its hunger, it turneth longingly to the water and clay of the earth below it, and, having been entrapped in the mesh of its desire, findeth itself impotent to resume its flight to the realms whence it came, powerless to shake off the burden weighing on its solid wings. That bird, hitherto an inmate of the heavens, is now forced to seek a dwelling place upon the dust. And thinking about this analogy of the bird, to me it is so appropriate. You see it flying in the air, it seems to be soaring effortlessly, but in order to get there, it had to flap its wings. To get off the ground, it is a struggle to really get up there to the heights before it catches the breeze and the wind. Similarly, we have that confidence that we can get up there. We have seen others, our ancestors, get up there. I wanted to share, lastly, the last set of quotations is actually from Marcus Garvey. Up, up, you mighty race, you can accomplish what you will. He also said, if you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. With confidence, you have won even before you have started. And Marcus Garvey said, a people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. Jamaica recently celebrated Heroes Day, and I want to leave us with this thought. Who is the race that you belong to, that you're enthusiastic about? You may be black, white, mixed. Many of us today, like myself, are mixed. We have Native American blood, we have African and European blood in us. But what is the race to which we belong as a community now? Is it our nationality, or is it wider? Does it have to do with our values and our ideals and our belief in a supreme being who is the father and mother of us all? Up, up, you mighty race. Thank you for listening. See you next Friday.